Hey everyone, and welcome to Flint Community Players Artist Spotlight, where we give you a look at the artists that are going to be lending their talents to the stage here at Flint Community Players in upcoming productions. Today we are joined by some of the artists that are a part of the next production here at Flint Community Players, the Rocky Horror Show.
I'm Zach Nash, and I'm playing Rocky, and my character is Dr. Frankenfurter's creation, right? The titular title character of the show. It's exciting to have your name. It's exciting and nerve-wracking to have your name in the title, but I feel very fortunate and very just honored to have this role. Yeah.
So I'm not just interviewing, but I'm also in the show, which is a little bit weird to be on this side of the interview. Anyways, my name is Zachery Wood, and I play Brad Majors. Brad Majors is a pretty ordinary, everyday guy. He is engaged to the love of his life. He's pretty easy to make nervous. And one day, a freak storm and strange encounter turns his whole view of the world upside down.
Yeah, so I'm Allie Williams. I'm playing Columbia, and she's kooky and kind of like the entertainment in the house, I'd like to say. She's the one that that just like dances for Frank and everyone all the time. So
can you tell us a little bit about the plot of the Rocky Horror Show? The Rocky Horror Show is an absolute classic, a beloved musical.
Brad and Janet, their car breaks down, and they get to have a lot of fun, and they get to discover a lot of things about themselves, and they get invited, not by their choice, to probably the coolest party out there.
I want to say it's a journey of self-discovery between a young couple. There's a little romance here and there, and a lot of sci-fi, a lot of weird, but either way, it's really fun. It's full of good music, so.
This musical has tons of iconic songs and dances. What would you say is your favorite number in the show to dance to?
Definitely the floor show. I mean, there is comedy in it. There is heartfelt emotion. There is a sense of love. And then there is this wild, very difficult, but very challenging in a great way dance, featuring a lot of buttography, which I didn't know was a thing until this show. So you can't ask for anything better.
I would say my favorite number is Eddie's Teddy. It is a really fun, fast-paced song. The choreography is really cool and crisp, and when everyone is doing it at the same time and really on cue and in the same wavelength, it just looks so cool. And it's really fun because it's one of the few numbers in the whole show where everybody in the cast is on stage at the same time.
So I know I have my tap solo in Time Warp, and I love that, but I think my favorite one to dance to is Eddie's Teddy. I like it, it's fun, and it's a lot more acting, you know, with the movement. I think the dance moves are fun, but I love the whole, like, we're just listening to Dr. Scott and reacting to him and dancing to what he's saying, and I like that one a lot.
So the Rocky Horror Show is based on the movie The Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is a cult classic and has a huge following of loving, dedicated fans. What would you say is your favorite movie that has that cult classic status to it?
I would say my favorite cult classic movie is Harold and Maude. It's a film from, I believe, 1970 or 1971, and it follows this young man, mid-20s, and he's obsessed with death. He drives around in a hearse, he goes to funerals of people he doesn't know, and he's very nihilistic. And he meets up with this older woman, she's about 79. She's just full of life and full of joy and full of this positive energy, and they develop a relationship throughout the course of the film. And it is a very quirky, dark movie, but it is fantastic. Highly recommend.
My favorite cult classic movie will always be Napoleon Dynamite. It is so weird and wonderful and funny and heartfelt. There's so much that goes into it. Every single time I see it, I crack up, I notice something new, and for the life of me, I do not know how it is one of those few cult classics that has not been turned into a musical. Like, at some point in my life, There will be a Napoleon Dynamite musical, and I will be so happy.
I would have to say The Room. I love The Room. I think it's so bad it's good. I mean, it's got so many quotable lines and so many moments that have ingrained themselves in my brain that I just can't get the image out, you know? And it's also one of those that when people go see the movie, they have call-out lines and they throw stuff and, you know, like count the thrusts. I think that's great. Another one that I was thinking about, I don't know if it technically counts as a cult classic, but I love Sharknado.
Oh, I think that totally counts.
I think that totally counts. I love Sharknado. And it's not necessarily, you know, one with all those call-outs and throw lines and whatever, but I think that it's, I just think it's so funny. And cinematography-wise, it is so bad.
Alright, that's about all the time we have today, so thank you so much for joining us, and make sure that you catch these wonderful artists in the upcoming musical here at Flint Community Players, The Rocky Horror Show.
Guys, I'm really excited for this show. I can't wait for you guys to see us sing and dance and create this whole new world for you guys to come experience. So come join us and dance, and if you come to an interactive night, feel free to throw stuff at us, and it's gonna be a blast.
You've been hearing everybody say it. This musical is so good. I have done so much stuff here at FCP, and this is unlike anything I have ever done here. It is amazing. Bring an extra pair of socks because it is going to knock yours off. You have to come see this show.
Listen, if you're a fan of great music, great dancing, offbeat, dark, raunchy, but also loving musicals, this is the show for you. The show is an absolute blast from beginning to end. Get your tickets now because you're going to regret it if you don't come see it.